Hello friends, welcome back to another weekly vlog. Today is a self-care day, not as you may come to expect it. That means I am looking after myself. I've already started by cleaning the bedroom this morning. I was watching a video the other day. Who was it? I want to say she's called Alana Davison. It's what, you know, like some people, you watch them for years and years and years and you're not actually sure what they're called. I think her YouTube is Alana Rama, or maybe that's her Instagram. I don't know. You'll either know or you won't. But I was watching her the other day, and she said that I think I was watching maybe an old video. It was from the beginning of the year, and it was about resolutions because I'm feeling very reset, resolution, like new beginnings at the moment. So I've been watching some content that's kind of based around that, and hers was recommended to me. Anyway, she was talking about something that she calls the turn down service. And it's how she and her husband of an evening will like reset their space. I don't know if that's like a full house clean, but like make sure that everything's put away in the kitchen, all that kind of stuff. And because I really struggle with executive function, I struggle with just like generally getting myself together, and everything always feels so disorganized and messy. Even if I like fully cleaned the house, by the end of that day, everything would be really disorganized again. I'm trying to find ways of making little tidy ups throughout the day a little bit more, interesting. This is the thing where people with ADHD talk about this and it feels like, well, of course, everyone. I'm putting oil in my hair. Did I mention? I'm putting oil in my hair. I have some argan oil that I've had knocking around look at this. Honestly, I have many, many times been told to try the curly girl method. I've got a lot of volume to be found in my hair if I want it, but I can't deal with the non-clean feeling of so much product in your hair for the curly girl. I've tried a few times and it's just not for me. Anyway, back to executive dysfunction. I know that there is a difference between the literally can't prize yourself away to do the thing, because this is the reason that sometimes I feel and appear to be manic. I get a lot of comments saying like, I don't know how you do this and I don't know how you do that. Well, this is the double-edged sword of ADHD. This is you're either doing nothing or you're doing way too much. I definitely don't recommend it as something to aim for, to be doing like 15 things at once, because I am constantly trying to be the opposite person. I am constantly trying to be that person who's got a really good routine, that like you wake up in the morning and you do this and you do everything in a really measured and normal way. But because that is not how I am realistic, and wherever I can find a way of kind of lion taming the way my brain works, I will. And so when I heard about this like turn down service, I thought, oh, that kind of attaches a bit of a fun dopamine-y thing, I'm sure temporarily, to what is effectively just cleaning up after yourself and resetting. I remember I used to follow someone else. God, I can't remember who she was. I used to follow someone else for years and years. She did beauty content and then she did like minimalism stuff. What was her name? Anyway, she lived in an apartment and I remember watching a video of hers, and she said every night before she went to bed, she cleaned up the kitchen. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds amazing. Like, that sounds like my life would be amazing if I woke up every day and everything was just like clean and tidy to start the day with. Doesn't that sound great? It's just not who I am. It's so frustrating as well, because for as much as that's not who I am is also someone who would massively benefit from a clean space and organization and routine. It's like two halves of a brain battling with each other. Anyway, today I'm doing one of my like big reset days for the reason that I can't do things just in regular times. So I've had a bit of a clean up of the bedroom. I've put some washing in. That's major self-care for me. I'm doing some hair oil. I've got a hair appointment at the end of the week, so I like to do like a big, like a hair mask, hair oil situation just before that, because I don't want to do it afterwards, because I feel like hair oils do not strip your hair. What kind of strip your hair? It fades your hair colour. When I used to do like fun hair colours back in the day, if I wanted them to fade quickly, I would put hair oil in. So take from that what you will. I really like this. I put it everywhere, and I'm certain you're supposed to use it at night. Although the fact that it's got a green sheen makes absolutely no sense to me, because it's supposed to be a nighttime thing. It's the L'Oreal Bright Reveal Dark Spot Exfoliant Peel. It's usually on sale, and I think the reason it's usually on sale is people don't understand it. I was talking to someone at work the other day about exfoliating, I want to say. I can't remember how it came up in conversation, but she didn't realise that things like glycolic acid or something that's called a peel is a chemical exfoliant. She's my age, and I thought, yeah, do you know what? I'm like, it's not just that I'm chronically online. I have been part of like the beauty sphere for so long and consumed so much content about it that to me, like, oh, everybody knows that. But no, not everybody knows that. And so looking at this, dark spot, yes, it's called exfoliant peel, but when you get the product and it's like, well, this is a weird metallic green, not everyone's going to understand this as a product. I love it, and I'm coming to the end of it. It feels like it's lasted forever. Once this is dried, I'm going to put on some moisturiser. And then I've got some editing to do, which I'm going to do while I'm on my walking pad. A little bit of perfume, because why not? I want to get all my perfumes out and like put them somewhere so I remember to use them. I've got our perfume that I've made from Smoke and Matches that's in my drawer, so I use that really regularly. But I have other perfumes. I mean, I bought this not so long ago. It's the Calvin Klein Euphoria. I bought this for the mems, for the nostalgia. And I just never remember to put it on. I might take that with me to New York. It's also day 2 of my period, so some of you are going to think it's absolutely crazy to do exercise of any kind, but I have been using the, I want to say Flow app, but I don't think that's the app I am using. I'll check in a second. But tracking my period, tracking my cycle, has helped me massively with energy levels and understanding like what I can do and what I should be doing at different times in the month. Trying to find the app. What is the app that I'm using? Oh my god, I've got hiccups. I think it's because I was talking so quickly. Sometimes I haven't spoken to anyone today, or very little, and I start talking to you in a vlog and I'm like, I haven't even had my coffee yet. What is it called? Clue. Clue. Right, so it tells me as I go through. Oh, it actually thinks there's 2 days until my next 2 days until my next period because I haven't tracked it yet. Mine is like a very short period, but less time in between. I've never had like a long period of time as an adult with regular periods, because I always used the contraceptive coil, which stopped me from having periods. So I feel like a teenager again. I'm like learning about my body just as I go into perimenopause, I'm sure. The hiccups are threatening. But when you track all of the information, then it tells you you're now in like your luteal phase, you're now in your whatever. And it tells you kind of what to expect, what would be good, you know, give yourself a break this week, eat these kind of foods, that kind of thing. And it's been really, really helpful. So I think I paid $5.99, this is not an ad, I think I paid $5.99, please don't use any kind of apps like this for contraceptive purposes. Please, 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 please. This is for tracking, for your information only. Also, if you are in a place in the world where abortion care is not readily available, perhaps don't track using apps. But that's, you know, a separate issue. So I use this to track everything, and I find it super useful. I felt like $5.99 was, I'm going to pay the $5.99, I think, for the first year, and then I cancelled the automatic renewal. Someone messaged me the other day, said she did the exact same thing, and then after the annual renewal came up, they offered her $5.99 as a special price again. So just passing on that information. But yeah, I'm going to edit this vlog. I'm watching a little bit of YouTube, just getting some very, very gentle steps. Then I'm going to try and get some weights in, because I'm really committed to doing my back has been so bad. I want to take less painkillers. By the time my birthday rolls around in February, I want to be like really pleased with myself that I actually did this thing for myself. I've seen a lot of people talk about walking pads and how they don't feel like they can stay on one for very long. I definitely spend more time on it when I'm doing something actively at the desk. I mean, it's just like, it's mindless. You're not even thinking about it. I've just edited 2 videos, made the thumbnails while I was watching some YouTube vlogs, and easy peasy. That said, I'll probably stop doing it again in like 2 weeks. I'm very fair weather with these things. Any kind of friction whatsoever. And I'm like, I'm done actually, I'm done. So I'm really hoping this time I can just put butter on the salmon. Butter, a squeeze of lemon. It's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna need to wash the grill pan afterwards because of the lemon, but not the lemon, the butter, but it's gonna take some scrubbing, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm really hopeful that I can keep it up. I did once keep it up for a long time, but I'm not counting my steps this time. Very intentionally not tracking my steps or even the amount of time that I'm on the walking pad. I'm just doing a task and being on the walking pad at the same time. So I have no like specific goals or like you have to do this, you have to do that. It's just get some movement in. I will have some goals with the weights because that's an actual, like, I need to strengthen my back. That has to be the key to reducing pain. Has to be. I already started peeking at the broccoli, but how delicious. Usually I steam the salmon and I've been having it grilled and it is extra delicious. And I'm still with the water. This is what makes me think that maybe I'm a changed woman because I didn't overnight stop with my consistent water intake. I've been pretty good. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I could be a changed person. Although I did just get an email saying my new weights aren't coming today. So I'm going to show you what I do with the enormous weights. And I'm sure it's ineffective, but I can't do much else with them. So I'll show you. No judgment. Don't come into my house and judge me. I seriously have no upper body strength. This is 5 kilograms. When I bought these, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, well, these look like small weights. I bought them online. When they arrived, I was like, I have so little upper body strength. It's actually embarrassing. But this is part of the problem. So I can pretty much just do one at once. And I Googled it at some point and I kind of came to some stuff that I felt like that was working. But honestly, this is a legitimate struggle with this weight. I can't do very many of them. And from what I've read, reps are more important than the actual weight of the weights, or weight of the dumbbells. So I bought some 2 kilogram weights and I'm hopeful that they will be a little bit more accessible for someone of my weakness. It's coffee time. Can you see, like, look at this. The glow of the green glistening skincare. I came home at lunch and I made the kids iced coffee. So then I reheated the coffee from this morning that I gave them and had my coffee, which honestly I needed. I need a bit of a boost today. I am flagging. I need to do something about my hair because I forgot we had Milo has a football friendly this afternoon. And usually I would just sit in the car while he's training because it's an actual match. We'll go and watch it and I can't. I mean, I'm not washing my hair for that because I wanted to leave this in all day and all night and then I'm going to wash my hair tomorrow, but I have to do something where it's not like clearly just actual oil in my hair. I don't think I've mentioned these. I bought these a few weeks ago in lots of different colours. They're just like a cheap set that come in lots of different colours. Would you know what that was if I showed you? Maybe not. It's a compression earring. So because I've got keloids, I've always had keloids, always. But when I was 16, I had them removed from one ear, pretty much went away. And then this ear, it grew and grew and grew to the point where I couldn't get my earring in my ear anymore. Anyway, a few years ago, Everything was, settled and whatever. I had my ears pierced again. Everything seemed to be fine. This ear healed perfection. Also, do you like these? I love a tiny huggy, and these are really easy to get in. They're chunky and they're a proper hinge. They're not, with tiny hoops, sometimes I find it hard to navigate the back part of it, whereas they're just so comfortable. And I love that. Anyway, this here, less pretty. Thankfully, this is my good side. Thankfully, that everyone breathed a sigh of relief. This less so. I try not to be seen from this side. I basically walk around the world like this, so don't worry about the ear. I have a keloid now on the front, which has never been a problem before. I never ever had a keloid on the front of my ear. So that's annoying anyway. I've also kind of got the beginning of a scar situation up here, which is not great. But keloid on the front of my ear, not great. The back of my ear, it's like an elephant man ear. Look at this. I have to say, I've always had a big keloid on the back, but it's enormous now. I don't, until I see this vlog, I won't have seen it properly. So I might recoil in horror. It is what it is. Twice in my entire life has anyone asked me, what's that on the back of your ear? Ever. And since it's been massive, no one's mentioned it. So I don't know if it's just so horrific that no one wants to ask, or genuinely no one's really looking. It's the twice that people have asked is when someone's following me up the stairs or down the stairs at work. It's like to or from a meeting and someone's like, what is that? But no one's ever rude about it. It doesn't really bother me that much. The one on the front bothers me a lot more. If anyone's had any specific luck with anything, if you've been somewhere, I'm imagining maybe there's something like you could inject it with steroids or something and shrink it. I'd like to not have to go back to the doctor and have it cut out. That was not a nice experience. You can hear everything. You can't really distance yourself very well from something that's happening in your ear. So I'd like to not have to have that done. Anyway, in the meantime, I've been trying these. I've tried lots of different things, lots of gels and oils and things like topical. None of them have really done a tremendous amount. It does two things. I thought even if it doesn't work, it covers the keloid. And they come in different colours. This is very cute. I think this looks like it could be an earring. So I put it on, open it up enough to get the enormous one in the back as well. I put it on and then I squeeze it. It's not uncomfortable, but I squeeze it as much as I possibly can stand to squeeze it, which is pretty hard. And then, worst case scenario, it covers the main large keloid. I don't actually know. I can't imagine that the large keloid on the back is in there, but on the front, it covers that up as if it's an earring. You could just, can you see what I mean about my good side? It's two completely different faces. I know we've got a light source, but for real, do you not feel like this is a face-off situation? As I get older, I think that it's because, I don't spend a lot of time in the car, so I don't know why, but I'm certain it has something to do with this is the car side of my face if I'm driving. And I've spent quite a lot of time over the years sitting in the car waiting for the children. And that is honestly the only thing that makes sense to me as to why this, look, I've tried to explain this to people and I really feel like in this light you can see it. Have I had a stroke or something? Because as I look in the viewfinder, this side of my face, it is genuinely dropped considerably compared to this side. Is it just the lighting? Can you see that? It's like a different face. Right? Anyway, when you see yourself as much as I do, you just learn to live with your face. This is just my face. But it doesn't mean that I can't acknowledge that is crazy. Anyway, these, I'll link them below. I'll also link these little dinky ones because I just think that's so cute. I think this is really cool. Even if all it does is cover it up. Or if you've got no piercings and you actually just want to wear some little compression, I think this is a really cool little earring thing. But I also think it is doing something to reduce the keloid because it's softening it. When I take it off, and it's very comfortable, I can sleep in it. It doesn't cause me any kind of pain or anything. They do fall off every now and then, but they're quite cheap and I think I've only lost 2 of them. They come in a massive pack. But when I take it off, after I've been wearing it for an extended period of time, I definitely see a difference. The scar tissue underneath is it's softer, it feels flimsier. I'm going to have to see over the course of months and whether or not I actually keep up with them is a separate issue. But I just wanted to mention it because I have spoken about the keloid situation before, and I know some people have asked me about like how well the gels and the other things have worked. Not really well at all, but this one feels promising, and even if it doesn't do what I want it to do, it covers up the keloid. So if you've got, I know there was one particular woman who had a daughter that had an unsightly keloid that she was worried about. This could be good for her. This could be a good, like, in the middle solution. We've just got to football, and I just thought, for some balance, just in case you really thought I'd lost my mind and become like a wellness person, these are the I've almost eaten the entire bag just on the way to football. It's only a 10-minute journey. This is my football snacks. I don't know what this weather is going to be. It was raining earlier. It's really muggy. Lee said, oh, it's going to be so warm. She's got changed into shorts. And I've got a denim jacket in my bag because I feel like it could rain, could be freezing. It's been a minute since we watched football, but historically, the weather isn't good. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday and I've worked much later than I usually do. Everyone should be back very soon. Like, we've got obviously a lot of annual leave over summer, but also the long-term sick is grinding us down. It's grinding us down. People need to be sick. But, you know, I don't begrudge anyone being off that needs to be off. But man alive, will I be glad when we get back to a full team. It's going to be glorious. Anyway, because of that, cereal for dinner. Oh, also my weights came, my little hand weights. I'll show you them. I might do a little bit of hand weights. This is how you use them, right? While I'm watching TV. It is like nearly 9 o'clock, so it's going to be a melatonin in bed for me. When I work late, that is when the melatonin really comes in clutch, as the kids would say, because I can't shut down. Like, I'm on. Best case scenario, I was going to do some computer, like candle computer work, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll have a little bit of food, take a melatonin, and I'm so paranoid about milk. Take a melatonin and play a little bit of the video game that I'm playing that is very repetitive. It's called Grimshire. It's like it's kind of a dark farming sim. Bit of an unusual one. But if you've got a Steam Deck or if you've got a PC, I would recommend it. It's quite an unusual game, but I'm really enjoying it. But it's got a lot of those like repetitive actions in it that I particularly like as a bedtime game. Anyway, let me show you. I also made these today. Did you see that Taylor Swift had announced that she's got a new album? And so I made Taylor Swift trays. You gotta try these things. Where did I put them? Look at this. Absolutely perfect. These, honestly, they're quite heavy still. Holding these now, these are 2 kilograms. Holding these now, I can't believe I picked 5 kilogram weights. I mean, I didn't see them in person, I bought them online. But these are exactly the right size. It just, to me, is like, it's the go big or go home. It's the thing of, I'm not reasonable. I don't estimate things correctly. And I'll be like, oh, I'll just do the bigger one, even though that makes no sense at all. It's Thursday, and anyone who knows me will know it's my favourite day of the week. Why is that? Because no school run, but actually it's the summer, and this gives me 6 weeks. 6 weeks of favourite days. Can you guess what I'm doing right now? Anyone? It's 1:30, which means it is almost time to log on for work. Mila's had a friend round today, which is why I haven't vlogged, because how embarrassing for your mum to be vlogging while your friends round. They've just gone to the park. Ella came home at lunch and we were chatting about the summer I turned pretty. What are people's feelings? Have you been watching it? Do we like it? Do we not like it? Who do you want it to end up with? I need to catch up. I have this week's episode to watch. I've actually been watching And Just Like That. I'm like, I've actually been watching And Just Like That. I did watch the first season and I didn't love it, obviously. Nobody did. But I was prepared to watch the second,
I started watching the second season, and I can't remember specifically what scene it was, but I remember being like, this is too much. I was just talking to her about this, and I said, there's too much sex in it. The reason, I've started watching season 2 again, and I'm kind of quite far into it now, and there hasn't been as much, I think, maybe in the first episode. It felt graphic, but graphic in a different way. And she was saying, but there was sex in the original series, and I'm like, I can't explain what it is. And I don't want to think that it's because the women are older. I don't think that's what it is. I think partially it feels maybe more gratuitous than nudity, but also it's a bit too high def. Like old Sex and the City all felt a little bit like grainy and like VHS quality. New Sex and the City, and just like that, it's too high def. It's too high def. I think that's part of it. It's a little bit too much. Also, as I've been watching it, there's so many things where Carrie will have an interaction, and I think it should immediately cut to the girls at the lunch table being like, can you believe she said that? And it's not doing that. I know it's a different show, but I don't know. Anyway, it's not as bad as I imagined it would be from everything that I've heard. I'm glad that I've persevered with it, because I was going to eventually have to watch it, obviously. I was reheating my coffee, possibly for longer than... I may have burned my coffee now, because that was longer than it needed, but I was chatting with you and I got waylaid. I now have a microwave that's like a dial. I just got a cheap one when the last one broke. And because of that, I can't really precisely... No, put that in first. I can't really precisely put in what time I want for something. So I have to kind of babysit it a little bit. Woo! Oh! Perfection for the middle of the day coffee. I've just cleaned the kitchen. I have spent the morning, for the most part, making reels for smoker matches. Which, I mean, that is pretty much all I've done today. I've packaged some stuff up. Oh, I've done some sanding and some what's the word I'm looking for? Sealing. Some like glossing? What's the word? Varnishing of the trays that I made. My Taylor Swift trays, I'm calling them. Showgirl trays. And apart from that, I have just been making social media content. And as with everything in my life, I did not anticipate it taking as long as it did. I never know how much time things take. And then it became like 1 o'clock. And all of a sudden, why is that not working? No, don't be broken. Don't be broken, I love you. Oh, not broken. I got this from TK Maxx and I've never seen another one like it. If you know where I could buy more of these, please let me know. I love it so much. It's a wax melter? I never know what to call them because it's not a burner, is it? Oh, Milo's back. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. The little mini weights are great. So much, what would be the word? I mean, lighter. But it is kind of so much more accessible, so much easier for me to use. And so I will use it more often. And now I'm about to work for more hours than I would like to. Last night it went on longer than it should have. And I'm prepared for that to happen again. I'm so ready for us to have a full staff again. Right, I'm going to see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.